Went from condos to Pop's house. On calls, now bus routes.
The government shutdown is ended, you know. So Trump made it happen, man. What are your thoughts? You see, Trump made it happen, bro.
I don't know
What's
about
up?
Trump making it happen. I don't know about that. I know one thing. Both sides were sitting with it. Oh, you know, I had to look up with bipartisan. You know what I mean? Everybody kept saying it's a bipartisan. So I was like, man, what the hell is bipartisan? You know, I didn't want to feel ignorant. Let me figure out what it was. So that was two opposing people come up with an agreement. And whatever, that's like the Bloods and the Crips coming together and say, this is what we gonna do. So that right now, the Bloods and the Crips need a bipartisan agreement. You know what I mean? That's one thing I learned about it, you know what I mean? So the Crips agree to this and the Bloods agree to that, and we gonna go ahead and formulate this. You know what I mean? So now that I look at it, the Republicans was jacking us over, and the Democrats, because they was just, you know, both wanting something, and both of them like, well, I ain't gonna sign, and you know, so I wouldn't say Trump did that. He was pretty much forced. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say he just did that, but hey, you know, whatever floats Trump's boat. You know what I mean? He need to be worried about them damn Epstein emails and shit. Oh, so you got me cussing again. You brought up Trump, man. Look at you. Well, listen, I ain't got a problem with Trump. I ain't got a problem with the leadership because I didn't vote. You know what I mean? But it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. You know, man. You know, a lot of trillions of dollars been made through tariffs. Ain't none of them hit my pocket yet. You know, yeah, a lot going on, you know, so I'm just sitting back and waiting. I'm not, you know, I'm not giving my full opinion until the smoke clear. You know what I mean? So we'll just see how it unfolds. How you feeling about Trump's behavior since he's been in office?
I mean, the way that I look at it is like this, man. I don't think that anything that has happened on a high scale, even with this government shutdown, is all Trump's doing and his fault. He cannot go in there and pass policies without Congress coming together and agreeing, right? So I'm not looking at this to say, oh, look at what Trump is doing. The only reason why I'm pointing it out is because when the government shutdown was happening, everybody want to blame it on Trump and him alone, not understanding that the House of Congress got to come up with an agreement. This got to be something that they vote on. This have nothing to do with just Trump. So I'm just saying, hey, let's keep the same energy. If they wanted to put that on Trump, why not put it on him that the government is shutdown is ending? That's all I'm saying. Well, you know, they don't want to give him that. He cannot win for nothing out here.
I see everybody clapping though that they gave y'all back, you know, the assistance that you're dependent on. You know, I wish you would try to figure out another way not to be such dependent on that. The ones that really need it, you know, do your thing. You got a household, them little stamps help, you know, bam, no problem, you know what I mean? But try to be less dependent on it. Try to figure out some other avenues of bread. Don't just be solely dependent on the government. That's all, you know.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you know I agree with that. That's my number one thing right there. I want to see our people be put in positions to where they don't really need it as much, right? Yeah. Except the ones who do. You know, single mothers with young kids, I think it's important to continue to assist them in any way that we can. People with disabilities and the elderly. I think that those are the three groups where it is highly important that they do get some sort of assistance, right? Yeah. But no, I'm with you. I think that there's way too many people in our community who is on government assistance. I would rather see transitional entrepreneurship business programs and things like that to help people be in a position where they could start their own platforms and foundations, right? Yeah. That's what I'm really focused on. That's what I want to implement and be a part of. That right there in our community. I know that's something that I could help at a high level. You too as well, brother, with a lot of your experience. That's what I want to see more of. Not, hey, the government shutdown is over. Let's go back to getting EBT, food stamps, and WIC. Nah, man, I'm not with that at all. You know, so I'm, you know, I'm all about that.
Well, they got their stamps, but their health care is going to the roof. So yeah, all right, you got stamps. Okay, you got $300-$400, $500 in stamps, but your health care done went up thousands. So yeah, all right, we'll see how that's gonna weigh out. You know what I mean? But yeah, a lot going on in the government. They done took the penny. You know that? They ain't no more penny. They done took the penny.
What, penny stocks?
No, nigga, the penny. Ain't no more penny.
Oh, okay. I mean,
all them piggy banks you been saving, your pennies ain't no more good. Your pennies is no good. Whatever I don't know what you do with your old pennies or whatever it may be, but then they say what the nickel ain't really worth printing. You know what I mean? The amount of cost it take to print the nickel. So we'll take the penny, then we'll take the nickel, then what's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's next?
Hey,
one world currency was next. I'm just saying, you take the penny, the nickel, what's next?
Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we can't change what's happening. I just want to see us grow. You know, right now when it come down to our community, seeing other communities and cultures like let's say
that's why they voted for Trump,
look, bro. Look at this. Like, let's say the Latino community, right? The Latino community. Why are they now getting to a place to where when we look at the average on what's made culture by culture, they're getting closer when it come down to that gap and about to pass us, right, as a community. Why are we in a place to where we're not growing? It's almost like we're stagnant. So whatever's happening with the world is what's happening. I'm just looking at the black community like, look, we need to do better and not be tripping about some government shutdown. Nobody should be worrying, relying on the government shutting down or opening anyways, when there's opportunities out here that we could capture, right? That should be the focus. So whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, whoever's in the office, who cares? It is what it is. We have to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's stop blaming a person and an individual and look more in the mirror at ourselves. That's where I'm at with it, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm not blaming them for my economy and my pockets. You know, no matter what president, my pockets are always gonna be all right. You know.
You can pull it up. So.
Yeah. So, you know, no matter what the economy doing, my pockets is cool. So.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
Obama was the best president though. So.
Why? Because he was black. I mean, if that's the way you feel, because he was
no.
black.
Well,
but let's be real. Like,
Obama was all right. He knew how to speak. He knew how to do a whole lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So, because like I said, looking at policies, all politicians, you know, for years, all you see is the same old stuff. Everybody yada yada yada. You know what I mean? So, I haven't seen no major since Trump been in. I ain't seen nothing major yet. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of stuff going on, but I ain't seen nothing major yet. That's all. So
yeah,
I'm just sitting back waiting.
Yeah,
you know, I liked the Trump. I liked it. Obama. I like the way he speak. Like when he spoke up a couple weeks ago, just the way he was. You know, yeah, he a black man. Yeah, all right, okay, all right. I'm okay. He black, so I'll take that. But same token, yeah, he had a little more knowledge, more sense when he spoke. You know. A lot of times I listen to Trump and it's just like a lot of rhetoric, you know what I mean? A lot of politician talk, you know what I mean? So I had to show him that I wasn't made.